Today we're doing a movie of 2019 garden. It's doing probably real good compared to last year's. Didn't do too good. We start a lot of things in the greenhouse. There's the bean patch. There's 72 bean plants there. I transplant them. There's a few tomatoes there. There's the apple trees, and peach trees are behind the peach and pear trees are behind the greenhouse. Some of the apples are doing good, some of them aren't. The deer are tearing the trees up so bad. Now we'll show you this. Walk over to this year's garden. Potatoes look really good. There was a video I did a while back on potatoes a few years ago. They seem to do pretty good. Last year's didn't do nothing though. Tomatoes last year were terrible. I had to put this fence up to keep the deer out. I've never had deer eat tomatoes before, and last year I didn't get 10 tomatoes out of this place. But here's the squash we picked 2 days ago, and as you can see, they grow right fast. You can see them down in there. Walking up the squash row. Yeah, we have to pick today. We don't really do too much spraying, but we might have to. The bugs are getting bad. I hate to spray anything. I haven't sprayed anything yet this year. Well, I'll take it back, the apple trees. There's the tomatoes. You can't see too many orange ones or red ones on there because we picked about 3 dozen yesterday. There's an orange one over there. A couple zucchinis in here. This is zucchinis now. We'll walk down the potatoes for a little bit. The potatoes are probably ready to produce now. They've already flowered out. Looks like a hedgerow. It's so big. Oh, I forgot. Over there, I don't know if you can see that row or not. Those got planted about a week ago. Pumpkin plants. This is July 1, 2019. You gotta have your pumpkins in by 4th of July, they say. Here's a few potato blossoms. They're kind of pretty. I can't see if I can see it. That's potatoes on out there. You see the umbrella in the background. That's where we put the extra vegetables out there that we don't eat, and then if they don't sell in a day, then the wife usually takes them in and donates them to the church. They have a little wagon out there that people bring food in and give their extra food for people that need it. Here's pumpkins again. Squash that are not good. I do rows. They're about 10-12 feet apart, and I just till the one row and try to keep the weeds out of that. We'll scan around the tomatoes. I don't know if this thing picks up those tomatoes on there or not. It's just loaded with green tomatoes. Those I didn't start that early in the greenhouse. Then there's a middle batch that I started real early, which we're about ready to get to them. And on down that way. Now we're back into the zucchinis. Here's a few more tomatoes. I mowed this part yesterday. I got to take the fence ends down to get into the mowing that section over in here. I don't do that but about every 2 or 3 weeks. Put the fence up real quick so I can take it down real fast when the season's over. You can see how I just drape it up over. It seems to stay put, and sometimes I put one of those aluminum wraps on there. Now these here are cherry tomatoes. You would have thought you would have got those little cherry tomatoes. These, I guess there's 15, looks like 15 plants of cherry tomatoes. And how I do my tomatoes, they have, I think it's cement reinforcing rod up and down. I put the tomato plants in every 4 foot, or maybe 3 foot. And I put them in, I think, every 3 foot. I'm not sure. And then every 5 plants I drive a stake in the ground. A big stake. You can see there's another one up here. And then I just put baling twine in between them to keep them from blowing over. Once they get tall and a big wind comes through, they'll blow over, but with them tied off like that, then they don't. That's my quick video for today.